Harari is an Israeli historian who has an understanding of human history that has influenced millions of people today. And he published 3 best-selling books, Sapiens, Homo Deus, and 21st Lessons for the 21st Century, which was published last year. And these are very well-read books and very well-written books, so it's enjoyable to read them. But it's not just an interesting read, but it offers a meta-narrative of human history that captures the imagination of the man of today, because it's relevant, it's interesting, and it's really an overarching new narrative of what happened in the past, what happens in the present, and what will happen in the future. In Sapiens, the subtitle is A Brief History of Humankind, so it goes back to the past. Homo Deus is a brief history of tomorrow, and his 3rd book it deals with the present. So there is a past, there is a future, and there is a present. And the book begins sort of like Genesis, but it's a naturalistic explanation of what happened. And 1/6 of Sapiens deals with prehistorical man. So it shows that he thinks it is important to go back to the beginning and then see the main turning points, that made man who he or she is today. And so his idea is that there were 3 major turning points in the late history of mankind, and by late, we mean 70,000 years ago to now. And these 3 turning points were the cognitive revolution, which according to his story happened about 70,000 years ago. Then the agricultural revolution, which happened 12,000 years ago. And then very lately, the scientific revolution about 500 years ago. And in his overarching narrative, this last revolution developed certain tools for mankind, technology and accumulated knowledge that might eventually change Homo sapiens into something else. And that vision, which has to do with AI, artificial intelligence and robotics and bioengineering, is scary. There is some optimism in it that man may eventually conquer death. We can engineer man into a creature that is able to survive maybe infinitely, and is able to maybe create new creature, maybe re-engineer man into something else. So it's optimistic on the one hand, but it's more scary because of the potentials. And one last thing, in his view, the future of humankind depends on who controls the big data and who knows and can maybe manipulate the algorithms. And the potential consequence of some being able to do that might be that millions of people or maybe billions of people become useless masses because robots and AI will take their jobs and they are just there to take care for.